Hello and welcome to the Sunday Guardian show with Joyeeta Basu. Today I want to discuss a front page report that we have published this week. Headlined, Ahead of FATF Visit, GHQ Rawalpindi Muzzles LET Jaish for now. It has been written by our Bureau Chief Abhinandan Mishra. Now, according to this report, in view of the expected on-ground visit by the Financial Action Task Force team to Pakistan in September, they are coming to verify Pakistan's claim of tackling money laundering, terror financing, and action against terror groups. What has happened is that operatives and leaders of Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish Muhammad are maintaining unprecedented radio silence. Now, the report says, on the instructions of their military headquarters, GHQ Rawalpindi, the LET and Jaish terrorist leaders are not talking about their activities or indulging in any anti-India propaganda. Now, why this sudden change of heart? Because this is a very crucial time for Pakistan, since sometime in September, the FATF, which is the global money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog, will pay a visit to Pakistan for on-site verification of the claims made by Islamabad that it has fulfilled all conditions for it to be allowed to be brought out of the grey list of terror financing and money laundering. Now, grey listing has made it near impossible for Pakistan to raise funds from abroad. Now, to ensure that nothing goes wrong, GHQ Rawalpindi has asked the terror groups to lay low. Now, they can be, and trust us, they will be revived once Pakistan goes on to the white list and its immediate funding problem is sorted. Now, in this context, you would have noticed the sudden surge in terrorist activities in Jammu and Kashmir in the last 10-15 days, starting with the terrorist attack on the Indian Army camp in Jammu on 12th August that took the lives of 4 soldiers. Now, ever since, there have been several incidents, including the encounter and arrest of a suicide bomber who was crossing the line of control from Pakistan into India. And then on 21st August, the J&K police recovered over 10 kg of improvised explosive devices from Pulwama district and thus averted a major terror strike. Now, around the same time, the Mumbai police intercepted a message from a Pakistani number threatening a 26/11 type attack. Now, experts are of the opinion that Pakistan is now trying to distance itself from terrorist activities by painting whatever is going on in Jammu and Kashmir as perpetrated by India's homegrown terrorists. That is the latest propaganda. In fact, Pakistan has started a Lashkar's front organization called the Resistance Front in Kashmir. Now, the buzz in intelligence circles is that Pakistan is even shifting some of the India-focused groups such as Lashkar and Jaish to Afghan territory bordering Pakistan so that any terror attack against India can be blamed on either India's homegrown terrorists or as emanating from Afghan soil. Now, you would have noticed how much Pakistan was protesting when news broke this week that a plan was being hatched for another 26/11 type of attack. What were the Pakistanis saying? It is India that is planning a false flag operation, blame it on Pakistan, etc., etc., etc. Now, amid this, I wonder what the FATF has to say about its reformed child, Pakistan. The question that needs to be asked to the FATF is, what sort of on-ground feedback mechanism do you have that you said in June that Pakistan has fulfilled most conditions, including jailing high-value terrorists, and can be allowed to come out of the grey list after an on-ground inspection? Now, isn't it an open secret that all these high-value terror commanders, including Hafiz Saeed, are leading a life of luxury in prison or outside? Now, their incarceration is in name only. Also, questions are bound to be raised on the quality of the FATF's on-ground evaluation, given that it will be presented with a sanitized version of the truth by Pakistani establishment. Now, something else is bothering us. Is it a case of that the decision has already been taken about bringing Pakistan out of the grey list and the facts have to just match the decision? You know how in journalism, some people write the headline first and then manufacture a report to match the headline. In this, the China angle cannot be ignored. Now, with reports suggesting that Beijing has been nudging the FATF to take a pro-Pakistan stance, at a time when China has sunk over $60 billion in the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and when Pakistan is unable to pay Chinese companies their due, it is in Beijing's interest to ensure that the money flow to Pakistan resumes from international bodies. Also, what sort of a push is coming from international bodies such as World Bank and IMF to ensure that Pakistan is brought to the white list so that money flow to that country can be normalized? Obvious question, what role is the US playing in all this? For nothing can move without US assent. Now, is this because these bodies and the US are worried about a nuclear state being overrun with terrorists and imploding? So it's better to prop it up than allow a meltdown to happen? Or does the US still believe that Pakistan has some kind of leverage on the Taliban in Afghanistan, and also that the US needs Pakistan's help to do odd jobs in the Afpak region, like bumping off Al-Qaeda chief Ayman al-Zawahiri? Now, whatever be the case, the decision to bring Pakistan out of the grey list looks more political than being backed by facts. The problem is, now it will become easier for Islamabad to raise money internationally, and it's a certainty that a part of that money will be diverted to carry out terrorist activities against India. So what should we do in such a scenario? We should take the matter to the international community, use every international platform to raise the issue, while maintaining a 24/7 vigil to stop any sort of misadventure by Pakistan. Thank you for watching. Until the next time.